So I've got all these big IBC containers, so rather than using a water butt, which is 100 litres, these IBC ones hold 1,000. The clear ones are cheaper, but the black ones, the good thing about the black ones, well, one, I want it to look smart, and two, you're not going to get algae as much because they're not going to get the sunlight. So what I've done, using these bricks here, put each pallet has at least 9 points. What I'm going to do as well, so we're going to have a look. So each brick has 9 points, so 1 in the middle, 3 at the back, and then here what I'm doing is overlapping them together. Now I've got 1, 2, 3, and then a double pallet at the end. But I'm all about, because we obviously got the baby now, and he shouldn't be like exploring in this, but I'm told that small children don't always do as you expect. So I'm trying to make it as safe as possible. So okay, we've got the 9 points. And what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to link them together, so you can see here I've linked them together with tie wraps. I'm going to trim them off in a bit, and it just means it's like, the idea of it is it's like one big plate. So it's one big plate. I bought these ones. They're okay. I would have preferred the bigger, fatter ones, but these will do. I mean, tie wraps. Whoever invented them, I hope they were very successful, because they're such an ingenious invention. So all I'm going to do is just clip them together, and so this now isn't going to come off separately. That's not going to come off separately, and I'm going to also do it with the containers, so it's all like one big mass. So it's not like one will slip off. Don't get me wrong, I can't see how they could all fall. If you can think of a way they could fall, what I'm going to have. So we've got the points, the pallet, the tie wraps, tie wrap between the containers, and I'm going to put some loops on the top here and tie wrap them. So it's going to be, I think it's proper bomb proof. I can't see how it can, like, one could fall without being backed up. Each one will weigh a ton, but they're all working together. I can't say it can go wrong, but let me know if you can think of a way they can. This ain't going to pull away. We're all connected. I'll show you closer. I've trimmed them. So I've trimmed them. We've got tie wraps on each joining bit, and that one's a double one. We've got all of that under there. Old bricks, which is good. They were just old stone I had, which is good, so it's always good to reuse. IBCs are all second hand as well. I know I'd already sort of done this before, hadn't I? But we're basically doing it again, bigger and better. That's the plan. Just on a side note, so I have an impressive beard, I reckon, just now. So my actual day job is a firefighter, and you're not allowed a beard as a firefighter. You're allowed a mustache, and it's not because they're being unreasonable. It's because the mask for when you go into fires for the seal. But I'm actually on paternity leave just now with my baby boy. He's actually with his mom now, which is good. So hence why I don't have as much time just now. But I just thought I'd take the opportunity to grow a beard, see if I can. It would appear I can. So I hope you like it. It won't be here it won't be here forever. So if I'm looking very ancient just now, don't worry, it's only temporary. So we're ongoing with the IBCs. I've tie wrapped these together. We've started. We've got 3 now in place. And previously, it was about that thickness, and I'll explain more at the end why that caused a problem. I'll show you. So we're gonna have 5, so that's 5,000 litres of water. So this one, much fatter. I think it's 60 mil? I don't know, it's bigger, it's big enough. So all of these will be connected by a pipe. They'll link all across the front, and then one of them the far end one, I managed to find someone to give me a hand because they're too heavy to, well, they're too bulky. They are heavy too. They'll all be connected, and this one here, which will be on the end, will have a pump in it. So I'll pump out of that one, but because they're all connected, law of hydraulics, all the vessels will be exactly the same level of water, and because that's big enough for it to flow, it'll all just balance out. So they'll all go down at the same speed, as well as topping up at the same speed, if that makes sense. Anyway, I need to prep this end one now. So we're up to 4 now, and this pipe, assuming it doesn't leak, is really good. Super pleased with it. They're easy to connect. I don't know whether I need to think about, it's a particularly cold day, so I don't need to think about like insulating it. I think it'll be fine. It's very unlikely to, I'll think about it. So we've got just the last one to do now. So this N1, it's a real shame because this outlet it's not big enough to fit a pump into. I've just got, there might be some, I'm sure the pump's that sort, but I'm just using a like a sump pump, a submersible pump. So I'm going to have to cut around it, which really disappoints me, but I can't think of a way around it. So what I'm going to do, there's like a natural circle around it anyway, so I'll just use that. I'm going to drill holes either side of that line, and then when I do cut it, to put it back in place, I'll like tie wrap it, almost like sewing it together with tie wraps. So it's not ideal, but it will work. I'm also gonna, so that this side's the front. So what I'm gonna do is at the back here, I'm gonna drill a hole. I need to make sure it's flat area. I'm gonna drill a hole, and then, like you do with like a normal water butt, this will be the overflow. So again, like we're saying, all of them are linked together. All of the IBCs are linked together. So if this is the lowest point, that is as much as they will all fill. And then I'm going to have that flowing out and then onto like the drive or onto the away basically. So yeah, that's the plan. So let's do that. So always slightly nerve-wracking. I want to do it in this corner, but I'm not going to do it in this corner. It's going to be hard to reach, so I'm going to do it about here. No. Yeah, come on, commit. It needs to be so that's flat. About there, I reckon. I'm going to put a washer on both sides. This side's easy, and I'm going to do the other side. So here's the last one. I put in a overflow bit here, and then it looks a bit messy, but I was going to cut a circle around, but actually cutting in a circle is really difficult, so I've done it in a square. Not even the most greatest of squares, but now I can hinge it, so I can squeeze the pump in, and then what I've done a hole either side like this. So in the corner I've done one there, so I'm going to have a tie wrap to there and a tie wrap to there, and then these ones just tie wrap across. They only need to be little ones, and so it's like sewing it back shut. So I'm more or less ready with this. I'm just umming and ahhing. It's always good to take a moment just to have a think. But the gap, so where the journey of it, they're not particularly heavy, but they're very awkward. But this gate here, by sheer luck, I mean that's how close it is. That's a previous one coming through. They fit millimetre, well, probably slightly less than millimetre perfect, but they fit, which is the main thing. So one more to go, and then it's just a case of letting them fill up. 5,000 litres should do all right for summer, hopefully, maybe, we'll see. So all 5 are in situ now. Really pleased with this hose thing at the front. It's not leaking. It's already filling up. I mean, it'll still take some filling. Oh, you can see the line actually. There must be, that's where it's got to. I don't know why there's a line. There'll be some, I don't know. Anyway, so there's connected, tap's here. I've tilted it up because it sticks out a bit too much otherwise. And really, we're not going to need that tap. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is set up the pump. So there's the pump there. I'm just gonna, I've done the top bit there. So I cut the holes in. I cut the hole in on like on a flap. I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna tie a rope to it as well. I shouldn't need the rope, but I don't think it's a good idea to rely on the electrical cord to pull it in and out. And again, it should never need to come out. Fingers crossed. That's the overflow bit there. So I'm going to do something. Initially, I'm just going to put a hose on it. Some more of that stuff. I've got plenty of that now. And it's going to go under that door, around here. And I'm going to dig a channel on the gravel. But for now, I'm just going to just shove it for now. Just because it's raining. And it's not very nice. So yes. So I've got a brief window to try and get this finished. A problem I didn't foresee. One, making this down to a hose diameter has proved a nightmare. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this old pipe, squash that on, and then that'll be the tap. That should work. But an unforeseen problem. So here's our hose. Switch it on. Right. Wonderful. Hose. Perfect. Switch it off. Great. Fine. It's still coming. And that's because, you know, like when you see on the telly with they suck the fuel out like a petrol can and bring it low, that'll keep coming now. So the only way it'll stop is by putting it higher. Hence why I want to put a tap in it. So then I can just turn it off at the tap. So this will be like, does that make sense? Hopefully that makes sense. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna have to cut the pipe, which I really don't want to do, because once you cut it, you can't not cut it. But there's too much pipe otherwise. And the more pipe you have, the more friction there is, etc, etc. So the pump won't be working as efficiently as it can. The moment of truth. Okay, so I'm aware that the plug up there is not ideal, and I will change that one day, but I don't know when. That'll be an electrician job, which is beyond my skill, mate. Anyway, so there's the tap, which is connected to that hose, which is connected to the pump. And we've got here is the overflow, which goes under here and currently just onto the drop patio. Maybe I'll dig a trench here and have it go into the meadow at some point. You can see the meadow. I've redone that path. I think I've done a video of that. You can see it's not at its best, but you know, it's winter. That's what happens in winter. Anyway, more importantly, moment of truth. So we're going to switch it on, and then we're going to see if we can use a hose. Is a hose pipe banned for me? The thing of the past. Okay. So switch it on. Now if it leaks there, I don't mind. Okay. So far so good. Open up the tap. Yeah! Ta-da! Finally! This has been a big project, much bigger than it should have been. Yeah! Now that's leaking there, I know that. It's missing a washer, so ignore that. But we turn it off. Ta-da! And that's it! Yeah! This has been a big project. So there we have it. 5,000 litres of rainwater. It's delivering very well of late, and that will keep the ponds topped up, the garden watered in summer. Either way will buy a lot of time. So that is, oh yeah. So there you have it, 5,000 litres of rainwater, pretty much full, all off just that garage roof. Should see us through summer, we'll see. Really pleased with it, really pleased with it. It's taken quite a lot of work to get done, just finding the windows and weather and stuff. But yeah, if you want to comment, like, subscribe, that'd be great. Thank you for watching, really appreciate it.